Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another wonderful adventure in the Animal Crossing world. And today, it seems that we have a special guest here. We have Leif for the first time, and quite frankly, I really appreciate having Leif right now. He's going to be a great way for us to make some extra uh, bells, if you will. Also, speaking of shops, we have the shop for Timmy and Tommy. Nook's Cranny is ready, so we also get that to look forward to. One other change I'm trying. Maybe this is me being a little bit too transparent, but if I sound a little bit louder or maybe a little bit more clear or perhaps loud but worse, I'm basically trying different volume setups right now to try to make to fix things. I'm trying to fix it on the back end, but I just don't feel like it goes loud enough when I do the playback. So I'm figuring out different things. I record in OBS, and apparently I found a way in OBS to increase how well it goes in the recording part, so I don't have to do so much on the back end. But we'll see um, how it all pans out, right? Um, Basically, if I sound better, but I could sound better still, then I'm going to continue to increase the volume a little bit to try to get it nice and neutralized. And once it's balanced, it'll be great. Mind you, I don't have some sort of degree in like content creation or management or anything like that. I'm just a normal guy who is trying his best to um, figure out this whole ordeal. Um, and hopefully, by the time we're like a couple dozen episodes in, we will be in a much better spot in terms of the whole process, right? Apparently, look at something going on right here. And that's all today's. Oh, okay. I believe, oh, cute little Tobians. I think that's Isabel's introduction. Mind you, we're kind of settling up right now, so we should be getting Isabel quite soon as well, which will take over the whole message thing. But for now, here we are, guys. So today's menu is basically just kind of same as it's been. Let's see what we got in the mail. We got a letter from Gulliver. It's Gulliver, spoil warning. Yeah. Anyway, you know him, Daisy May, that's a new one. I'll be heading to your island every Sunday morning to sell my precious turnips, just the way my grandma used to. Daisy May is somebody who is responsible for a punny joke that took me forever. Yeah, I'm not wearing a geisha wig. It took me forever to learn exactly what the joke was. Basically, she sells turnips, as it's implied, and the turnips, there's a price on Sunday. You can't buy them on Sunday, and every other day you can buy them only on Sunday mornings, and you can't sell them on Sundays. Every other day, Monday through Saturday, in fact twice a day, there's a morning price and an evening price. The Timmy and Tommy will buy your turnips. And the idea is to buy them on Sunday if they're at a good price and then sell them for a profit, which early on in Animal Crossing, before any glitches or anything were discovered, talking about this variant of the game, that was how people would make money. Basically, they would gather together and people would buy a whole bunch of turnips, and then they would ask everybody, they'd have be a part of communities. I think Nookazon is the website where basically you would find out what people's turnip prices were for a given day, and if somebody had a really good price, then basically they'd leave their gates open, and then for a profit, there's like a buy-in, where it's just like you give the island host some sort of compensation, and they would let you on the island. You then sell your turnips for a good price, and that's about it. Then you go back home and you make basically a butt ton of bells in the process, and everything is hunky-dory. Now, mind you, I never actually personally did that, namely because I was stubborn, and I prefer the old-fashioned way of basically you catch all the bugs, all the fish, do all the hard work and whatnot to make all of your bells. For this playthrough, I'm not entirely certain what we're going to do, because as much as I want to maintain the integrity, I'm going to do everything in my ability to do so. At the same time, I'm still human, and there might be a possibility that I might be, like, I don't want to sit around and wait to pay off our debts. But, quite frankly, if I'm going to be honest, I really much rather work towards that thing since we're in this together, and hopefully that, amongst other things, will be fixed in the long run. I say that, implying that something's broken. What's actually broken is I still have this habit of, I don't know if it's like a human thing that like you feel like when you're talking, you need to be talking to somebody, and in order to talk to somebody, it helps to actually face that person. So I am still used to the stream. So that means I'm so used to you being hypothetically next to me. So as I record these things, sometimes I take a pause because it's like to read facial expressions. Like you're going to say something and you like to see how the other person who you're talking to reacts to what you're saying. So I'm going to say something and then I'm going to look over at the computer that I'm recording this with to see how you are reacting to it, which, mind you, I can't actually see how you're acting, but just kind of seeing, like, is there a comment or something in the chat? And realizing that this isn't live and I'm literally just talking to myself right now, and that might just be a sign that I'm a little bit crazy. But, I mean, we're all a little bit crazy, right? Okay, maybe not all of us. Surely there's one sane person. Like, think about that. Like, maybe we're not all crazy. Maybe there's legitimately only one sane person in the entire world. And they're just as crazy as the rest of us because since they're the only sane person, they see the world differently than all the rest of us crazy folk, and thus they come off as being just as crazy, right? Like, what is sane? Like, sane, I would like to believe that sane is dictated by the social norm. But if everybody thinks differently, then there is no actual, like, unified social norm. And thus, even if there's one sane person who actually can perceive the world as the truth that it actually is, it does them no good because at the end of it all, they are looking at the world different, just like everybody else. And thus, sanity is a myth at that point. Unless, two or more people can come together and say that this is how things ought to be. But even then, that's one can consider that flawed or foolish thinking or naive. In that, okay, so you found two people who think similar, right? Does that mean that they are the normal people? Well, no, because it's not about simply finding two people who think similar. They have to be two people who think not only similar, but they think in a way that, how do you put it, like the way that is correct, basically. And, well, those two people who share a thought pattern might just be two similarly thinking crazy people. And then at that point, then it's just kind of sanity is, again, a bit of a myth. And we always run the risk when there's only, like, when everybody thinks differently, that perhaps it might be that sanity doesn't exist at all. Yo, future Dewey lover. I was pumping iron, super sweaty, when I slipped and a Dewey idea and a weight slammed into my head. I got so excited I couldn't even work out, so I wrote this letter. Now, go get those arms building. Swole Crafter Samson. I think Samson's a lion. But we got a sandy beach flooring, so that probably is going to justify the fact that I keep picking all these seashells off of the beach. I've always been a big fan of coral in Animal Crossing. The reasoning behind it is undetermined. Hey, what's up? So, do you know about reactions? I mean, like, when you feel full of joy and your body starts moving on its own, like I'm doing now. Okay, that was kind of weird, but that's reactions for you. They're all about getting emotions across. Want to try reactions for yourself? Just hit the back bumper, do enough, and bam! That's your stretches for the day. I'm going to tell everyone to show you their favorite reactions too, so be sure to ask around, Squirt. Alright, cool guys. I can now react. And the first one is joy. Is there any other ones I have? Oh, no, just the 3 so far. Or 4. And I don't have my shovel on me. So, Leif. I definitely want to deal with Leif. But first things first, we're going to go to the museum. Assess our fossils. Sell them if we can. And then we're going to go then check out the shop to see if we can sell anything. And then we'll talk to Leif next, most likely. And then we'll go to the main, what's it called? The residence center to see what's going on in there. I'm pretty sure it's Isabel's in there. But I could be wrong. But we'll see. So, in that order, first things first, we got to go through. I wish he would just like offer to like take all the things. A shark tooth pattern. We actually have our first double fossil. So, I'm not sure. Should we collect one of every fossil too? Possibly. That could be a thing. I guess what we'll do for now is we will just hold on to our fossils. But next things next, let's go check out Nook's Cranny. I remember Nook's Cranny in the very first animal. Oh wow, there's a new guest here. I'm thinking I can never remember Mabel from Sable, but I'm pretty sure this is Mabel and Sable's the one in the back, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Moving to a deserted island, so nice. I haven't been here that long. In just a short time, Blathers moved in. We're opened the shop, experiencing fun every day. So pleased to hear that. Actually, I came here today, check in on you all and see if you need any assistance with anything. We're celebrating a new shop. You know, we sisters like, oh man. So I played the original Animal Crossing game, and nobody tells you. Like, I didn't know that there's a way to befriend Sable. So I just learned this is Mabel. That you can befriend Sable by simply just talking to her every single day. I didn't know it back then, but I did anyway, just because she was grumpy and it was kind of my spirit animal. So, eventually, it just kind of worked out, and it's just been like a recurring theme as the games progressed to befriend her, and I definitely appreciate that as an option. But I haven't played the original or played this game since, you know, I haven't played the beginning of this game in 5 years, so I can't remember the order that you get everything, so we'll see. Definitely we're gonna get her here somehow, but if you don't know her, she basically makes clothes. Something I didn't realize about her is she's a porcupine, just like her sister. That or a hedgehog, one of them, but they have quills. And the quills are specifically needles, and you use needles to sew, and that's why they make clothes. Oh man, I was gonna say something earlier, I couldn't remember. Oh, Joan, and now Daisy May. So they sell the turnips, and whatnot. Turnips they grow on a stalk, so they call it the stock market, which is a play. It's a double entendre type of thing. The stock market, as in like what turnips grow on, but also like stocks. They function like stocks in real life. Like if you were to put money into a business to try to gain a profit or anything like that. References that it took me many more years than I'd like to admit. But oh, hi, Mabel. Bye, Mabel. Well, that's fun. Well, we have a shop now, guys. And I don't know what we're going to get first, if anything, from here, but it's a cozy little shop. Quite frankly, nothing here looks all that great. I guess we can see what we have in the cabinet. They do have tools. That's cool, which means you don't have to make as many tools. Cherries. We have stuff for DIYs that we have not made yet. Cool. Extra DIY. Oh, we can buy these. That's cool. So we'll buy all of these because we have money for it. And that's going to give us a lot more stuff that we're going to have to start building. And yeah, that's going to put us in a fun position. Because we want to, what's it called? We'd like to make every single DIY that the game has to offer. That means we just basically, where we're kind of caught up, we're only like 2 or 3 behind. Now we're going to be like probably dozens behind. But that's plenty more stuff for us to do and kind of work it out. In hindsight, something I'd probably like to do in the future also is maybe like do some room designs if that's might appeal to somebody. I don't know why they have these. I think the reason why these are here is to prevent soft locking. So in case you ever lost, like if somehow you got through the game and you didn't talk to them or whatnot, that you just buy them. Or oh no, I think it's for new people who join the island, they can do so. That's probably what it is. As for the rest, because it's simpler, I'm just going to buy a shovel rather than just make another one. And that's it for now. Got these, but main person I want to spend money on is going to be Leif. Let's see what we got going on here. Reaction ruler, cool. We actually got 2, I believe. Yep, first time buyer, fantastic. Let's see if we got anything else. Nope, nothing else. But let's take a look real quick at what DIYs we got. We got the ocarina. That's a good one. I'd like that one to put in the house. So we got all these things, as well as we have a hay bed. Basically stuff to do with our weeds. Oh, frying pans are cool because once you learn how to customize items, they're pretty cool. So yeah, I actually really like this selection of items, and not only are we going to make them, we're probably going to use them too. So, as for the other items that are for sale here, I'm not entirely interested in them just yet, so we're just going to let those sit. But next thing's next, let's talk to Leif. Okay, that's interesting. Wasn't expecting that kind of reaction. So when it comes to Leif, typically what I like to do is like to buy at least 10 of everything that he has to offer. That way I have some extra stuff here and there. Let's see what we got. So we have potatoes. We also have roses and hyacinths. So, also the hibiscus and azaleas. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to buy these potatoes. If I'm trying to be safe with my money, I should just buy the 5. I do feel tempted to buy 10, though. I know I said I'll buy at 10. The reasoning for a difference between buying 5 or 10 is potatoes can be, what's it called? They can be regrown, is the word. Yeah, regrown. You can, like, regrow them. And I can also grow them to have more as well. Like once I pick the potatoes, after a few days of them growing, I can then plant the potatoes that I grew, and then I'll just have access to more potatoes. What we're definitely going to do right here is we're going to buy 10 of each of these. I don't know if I have room in my pockets for all of these, but we'll see. It's definitely going to cost quite a bit of money, but it's definitely worth it in terms of decorating. I'm also terrible at remembering how much I spent. So if I have 15 of any given one, it's just because I forgot. It's a long process here. So Leif was not in the original Animal Crossing game, right? He was added. I can't remember when he was added, but he's a cool character. Really laid back. He's like you take Harv's Island with all of the hippie vibe that they have going on there, especially like Harriet, and Leaf is kind of like a different kind of hippie. He's kind of like a I won't kind of say not postmodern, like a pre-modern hippie, if that makes sense. Like I just feel like he's like, yeah, oh, one with the earth and all that stuff, you know. Um, so here's the deal, guys. I'm buying a lot of potatoes here, or not a lot of potatoes. I'm gonna buy the rest of this stuff. Um, I am going to let you know ahead of time. I'm just going to do so off camera, like after. I'm going to do it after everything's finished here, just so you know if there's a lot more flowers or whatnot than what you previously seen me have. It's because I did buy them. Don't worry about it. So just give you guys that hit, not the potato. We want to keep the potato. Did I not donate the iguanodon? I don't know. We're gonna keep it in my pocket because I can't remember if it wasn't available or not. But let's go see what's going on with Nook real quick. Oh my goodness, more. Oh, spend to buy items. Cool. Let's see what we got going on over here. If he has an extra guest or not. Nope, he's just on the phone still. I like how as soon as he gets rid of his nephews, he gets a little golf course in there. Interesting. I think he's probably theoretically on the phone with Carrie, the kangaroo that we found, and will need to build him a home. And I think you have to do it for the first 3 or something. I can't remember. Let's see. I suppose you ever heard the call, what I just got. No. Cool. 3 interested parties. Okay, so we're going to have to build houses for them. Carrie is definitely one. I don't know who the other 2 might be. Which means they might just be mystery animals. Who knows? So, that'll be fun. Just kind of getting like random new animals that we don't know about. So, but basically, the gist of this one, it's kind of fun. You just have to make the DIYs to build the homes, to set up their little areas, and they move in after the fact. We're obviously it's going to take quite a bit of resources to do that, so that's probably what we're going to do on tomorrow's stream is make all those things, get them out. I mean, it works out. It's just a big project going on. Yes, of course. We'll see how this goes. Let's see. Sorry, I just got a message real quick. Come to me. Did he give me... Okay, he has not given me anything yet. Basically, my wonderful wife is asking what I like for dinner, and I'm like, oh man, it's a good question. Doing Taco Bell, so I'm gonna have to check their menu right quick. What should I do? I probably should have done that at a later time, but oh well. I guess we're doing it now. Cool. He wants a bridge. This is actually great. I might put at least two of them on the opposite side of the river towards the west. I think I already have an idea where I might want to put them. Interesting. Do. Sorry. So we're gonna get the bridge. Then we're going to figure out where we want to put the bridge. Then we put the house on the opposite side of the bridge. Now, unfortunately, the first bridge that we get is a little baby bridge. Something I'd like to do with the new island. Oh wow. So what do we need? Log stakes, clay, and stone. Okay, and log stakes, I already made some. I'll just probably use those. I just need 9 more pieces of wood, and then we can make that. Easy peasy, guys. But I'm so broke. I need to get this. We'll grab it right quick. I wish I had a fence that I could build. Currently, oh wait, Nook's thing actually lets you get a fence. I believe there's they have DIYs in here for redeeming Nook miles. I believe fences are on that list. Not currently though. So we gotta get some progress done, but later on they actually have fences that you can use. So the question is, do we want the tool ring or do we want the pretty good tools recipe? And I'm thinking what you want is the pretty good tools recipe. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. That gives us better tools. The only tool that doesn't matter is the axe, because I'm not interested in cutting down any trees. I'm much rather to pick them up. In fact, honestly, the easiest thing to do with a tree, if you don't want it, is to eat a fruit, pick it up, and throw it into a trash can. But, oh, cool. Oh, guess what we got, guys? It's even better when it's like, oh man, I need I'd like to get both, right? So then you get the one, and they're like, okay, cool, here you go. Also, here's the extra Nook miles you're missing to go get the other thing. So it's like, ha, that's dope. Which now means we have access to the tool ring, which makes it's definitely a game changer. It's not as effective when it comes to dealing with bees or waspices, but it's definitely something that helps when it comes to everything else practically. So we're good. So we're going to do real quick. That way we have the bridge ready for tomorrow's stream. Is we're going to work on that bridge real quick. So first thing, actually, what we're going to do, what I'd like to do, is break my axe into tiny little pieces and then be upset about that. So we're gonna need a stone, and it's quite unfortunate, but we can get stuff out. I believe all we should need are sticks and stones, and that should be it. We can make one flimsy axe. Let's craft one flimsy axe. Perfect, perfect. And then we'll use that. Hopefully not get attacked by a wasp. Actually, what we're going to try to do, let's move our stuff around real quick. So put this thing over here. So in theory, we should be able to just go over there. Okay, cool. So what we need is, I think we only have one. Okay, no, we have 0. So we're going to need 9 regular pieces of wood. So we got 1. I'm going to try to catch a wasp if one falls. Whoop. No guarantees how that's going to go. I'd say my success rate at catching wasps is probably less than 50, or no, it's more than 50%, but I wouldn't say it is by a large margin. That puts it at 5, so we just need 4 more pieces of wood. I have definitely established that I have caught wasps before, but I would not say that, you know, it's definitely not a number that I would bet on myself to be successful at catching a wasp. I'm not a gambling guy, so I'm really hoping... it's kind of a combination of I'm not a gambling guy, and I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily skilled at catching these bugs. So we kind of have a hope and a prayer on this. So far, we haven't dealt with them, but we also... I feel like maybe it's just me. I don't know if anybody else goes through this as well, but I feel like when it comes to wood, you never get any of the wood that you actually want. Like, right now I need regular wood, right? And I feel like I haven't gotten that much regular wood compared to the other 2 types of wood. I have enough regular wood. The only reason I was going for it is just because I wanted to break that axe so that I got the most out of it and clears up rootless storage. But I was trying to say, like, if you need regular wood like I needed regular wood, you're only going to find all the other kind of wood that you don't want or need. But then, like, let's say I needed hardwood. Then I'm just going to find a bunch of softwood and regular wood. The best thing to do, honestly, if that's the case, is to gather wood when you don't need any wood. That way, in theory, you'll just kind of gain a bunch of everything but wood. Though knowing my luck, if I had gone that route... What else did I need? I need it... Okay, so we got 14 and 16. Yeah, see what I mean? We didn't get as much as I wanted. We got more of the other 2. We needed... I want to say it's the... Oh, no, it's clay. That's what we need. We need clay. Clay, the logs, and all that jazz, and boom. I'm going to feel bad in the faraway future because this is our first little bridge, and it's cute, it's wonderful, and it's definitely very, very temporary. I just don't plan on it being here in the far future, but for now, we're just going to put it right here. Helps if we had room, right? I just kind of like it right here. It should be kind of out of the way along the beach, so we don't have to use the vault to get over this area. And boom, we're good to go. So we got the bridge there, and basically what happens next is Nook should be... It should be built tomorrow, but we're going to talk to Nook real quick just to make certain. If so, then we'll have access to that, and that might be where we wrap it up today, guys. Still trying to keep it short, simple, sweet. We still got a lot of work to do, obviously, so it's going to take us a while before we get to that point. But, you know, I just appreciate being able to spend this half an hour or so with you guys. Catch up on things. Ideally, once we get past the initial hump of setup in Animal Crossing, we get to the point where it's just basically living, and we can just kind of talk about whatever, whenever, right? And I set it up. It's good to go. And tomorrow we'll have a new bridge up and it'll be easier to get around the island. Now that's out of the way, time to start on some homes. We can wait for the bridge construction to finish if you want. Or just ask, what should I do whenever? So, with that being said, basically what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the bridge. We'll pick this up tomorrow, and we'll dedicate tomorrow's stream to setting up the little animal houses. And yeah, so in the meantime, I hope you guys know that honestly, I'm quite proud of you. You've come so far in such a short while, and honestly, it's quite impressive. I can't wait to see what comes next for you, but from what little I've been able to experience thus far, it's definitely a safe bet that it's going to be amazing. I might have a 50-50 chance of catching a wasp if it falls out of a tree, but I know that you have 100% chance of being absolutely amazing and incredible. And I can't wait to see what the future has in store for us. You guys, take care. Have a wonderful evening.